Hello. How you doing? Let's turn things off. I got everything ready like 40 minutes ago and I forget to do other things. Turn that off. Yes. Yes, that's correct. Pardon me. How you staying? Who's here? Woodabar, Spring Heel Jim, you endure with resub. Says, hello, you big beautiful bastard, hope all's well. It's fine. Everything's fine-ish. As fine as things can be, you know. Oh, you're doing alright? I've got nothing to talk about. Nothing's happening. There is no a thought in my head. Just... I don't know. I wish I had some cards to open. Hopefully I'll be getting some cards soon. But there's nothing. Nothing's happened. Oh, I know what we'll do. I fished out my old Polaroid. My old. Fucking like what, a year old? Forgot it was up there. And I was taking some photos just to waste fucking film basically. Which I shouldn't be doing because it's very expensive. But the strangest thing is, like, there I took a photo of like just my bookshelf or some stuff. There you can see it's Goodnight Pun Pun, Helsing, some Fist in the North Star. But then I took a photo of me so I could use it for part of my new Twitter profile picture. And this is very strange. Both of these photos were taken like an hour apart. But look how fucking identical they are. I don't know how I did that. I must have like a good default smile face or something. Because a fucking hour passed between them. And it wasn't until they were both developed. Because I just had both of them sitting face down. And you know that way I'm going, no, that doesn't. That's frightening. Something unsettling about that. About my face. So here's what we'll do. Take a photo I use and let it develop during the stream, and we'll see how yous look at the end of this. Don't worry, the flash is off. Why, that sounded really strange. The flash is off. Let's see, how do yous look? I bet yous look gorgeous, and we'll just set that face down immediately. I'm not gonna do all this shit. What that does is wreck pictures. Too right, the flash is off. Have you seen the reviews? I never actually. I think I saw one actual review, because what I saw was like a week and a half of people just posting clips that looked as if, I think it was like for a cam. What do you call it? A cam rip. Because apparently people still do that. Still go into a cinema with a video camera. I'd imagine they're probably filming it on their phones nowadays, surely. But to think that people used to go into the cinema and somehow, with quite a large video camera and a tripod, is mental. I don't know how you even sneak that in. Because it wasn't handheld, it was definitely no handheld. Maybe you walk in with like a limp, but you've actually got the tripod down the leg of your jeans. Don't know how this works. Cheers, John Mayhem. How are you, man? Don't guy, it'll be a legality nightmare. It's fine. Andrew, you know, my lawyer, Andrew, he'll sort it. He'll sort everything out. Right. That can develop during the stream. Let's play some fucking Alan Wake. Oh, one more thing. I I've decided I won't stream the DLC for Callisto Protocol. I was gonna, but then I saw somebody saying that the DLC is fucking terrible, and the way it's done is as if they're kind of like it's almost, what was it they said? It feels like IP abandonment. It feels like enough of that, like really, really bad. So I think I'll play that in my own time and enjoy how shite that might be. Because even though I quite liked the main game, I think I'll just play it on my own time and then maybe tell people about it. These things happen, you know. Just the words IP abandonment were like, oh, Jesus, that might kill him. That might kill Crafton off. That might be them. But they've got Chinese money behind them. That might keep them going. Don't know. What am I doing? Buttons. You're pressing buttons, guy. There we go. Now, yous will need to tell me about levels, because I forgot that I had adjusted the Elgato volume for Pikmin 2, and I didn't keep it. Usually I keep a note of what each game volume sits at, so I think I turned it like right down. I'll tell you what, like, you endured, you're just saying there in today's episode, Alan encounters a man who takes identical photos of himself. This horrible scenario I've created here is extremely Alan Wake by accident. Like, very. That's interesting, actually. And you'll see what I mean by that. Here's the easiest way to do this. I'll play a previous cutscene and you can tell me what the audio's like. That way we're not trying to do it in the middle of one happening. So we'll just play that. You can tell me. Here I'm bumping the volume up. And this is me talking
been this glad to see the
while
sunrise.
Alan's talking.
I had a couple of hours to get to
see
the
how the volume comes across. That looks like I've got it to a pretty decent level. Oh fuck, was that it? Let's try this one.
Glad you could find the time to
This
do
is me
for
chatting. There's Pat Main and Alan having a wee power. Oh, here comes Nightingale to fuck everything up. Does that seem like okay volume?
Well, everyone calm down. Put the gun down. We're all friends here, right?
Cool your jets, Nightingale. We got him.
I just realised something that might worry me.
Judas Priest!
What the hell's the matter with you?
I
There's a
think
civilian
these
in
bits
there.
are significantly quieter than gameplay, so gameplay might now be deafening. You can tell me, and it'll be fine. It'll be a good laugh. Because there's always something a wee bit fucked on these streams, isn't there? Right, continue. What happened previously on Alan Wake?
Previously on Alan Wake, I wrote a horror story that has come true. Thomas Zane did the same in the 70s.
You will go no further.
If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story. No one will survive.
You knew Zane! Thomas Zane! You're the Lady of the Light in the song!
He left something behind to help me. The clicker.
Alan thought of this as he stood on the rim of Cauldron Lake, the clicker in his hand. He took a deep breath and jumped.
I can get to her now. I can finish this.
It's time for the departure. Ooh, made of this. How many more chapters? This is the last one, and then there's
I had a
two
hangover.
DLC chapters.
My head was about to explode and the light hurt my eyes. I needed my sunglasses and painkillers to dull the pain. In
Some
one of my
Max
final
Payne
moments of
reference!
self-deception, I swore to quit drinking.
I'm pretty sure that is literally a wee copied line from Max Payne. Painkillers to dull the pain.
The sunglasses made the world look bearable. Now I could keep my eyes open
Oh,
without
shit.
feeling like a vampire in the sun.
Rockstar. He looks quite weird, clean shaven. Looks quite strange, clean shaven. He needs a bit of gruff about him. But alright, Teen Ape, how are you, pal? We're hungover apparently. Wait a minute.
The pills worked fast. The prospect of being awake started to seem bearable again.
That is your bathroom mirror, those two wee slim things. At first, see, when I was looking at this angle, I thought, is that like a two-way mirror door for some reason? But no, it's... That's dog shit, man.
There was a message waiting for me on the machine.
But maybe there was a thermos waiting for you in the kitchen. Oh, who do the guns belong to? Alex Casey, no doubt. You think those... See, I was thinking that, Peter, but... If those are just lights, where the fuck is your bathroom mirror? You've got to have a mirror of some kind. I'm ignoring the message to see if there's a thermos. Oh, I was about to ask why they had a picture of a breaker box. It is the breaker box, yeah. I was gonna say, is it symbolic because Alice is afraid of the dark, so like she like she has faith in breaker boxes. I want a framed picture of a circuit breaker. It's fine. It's fine. Can I go outside? Any thermos lying about? No. Right, answering machine it is. Wait. The office. Nothing. Okay. Wait. No.
You have one new message.
Ow! Are you still asleep? Wakey, wakey! You should have your show on your TiVo. If Alice wasn't too mad to
Name
record
dropping
it.
TiVo.
Yeah, she called me earlier and really chewed me out. Yeah, we went a little overboard last night. But parties are a part of this business. Al, look, I'm saying this as your friend. She's not doing your career any favors by trying to run your life like that, okay? I'll talk to you later, Al. Watch the show.
Aye, Teen Ape, it's like why are the Americans so weird with the picture of the ceiling fan? That's so good, that. So good how many people get caught out by it.
I'd been a guest on the talk show the previous night, talking about my latest book. The show was supposed to be waiting for me on TV.
Oh, what are they doing then? Are they dubbing him
Thank you.
miming?
Thank you, everybody. We have a great show tonight. I've been talking with the best-selling author Alan Wake about his new book, The Sudden Stop. Yeah, good read. Go buy it.
Aye.
No, it is a good read. Look, I'm gonna be honest here. Is that wise? No, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I got people who give me the lowdown on books. I'm a busy guy. But this one, I actually read from cover to cover. I mean, I'm a big fan. Wow, thanks. Now, this might be a spoiler for those who haven't read the book yet. Based on the sales figures, the 2 people out there who haven't read the book yet. But this last book is all about the death of the main character, the hard-boiled New York detective, Alex Casey. Now, there's been a lot of outrage about this. Why the hell did you kill Casey? What the hell were you thinking, man?
Good riddance. No, seriously though. 7 years and 6 books is a long time. He was a gloomy guy to spend all your working hours with, and it was a good run. But it's time to explore new things. My next book will be a departure from the old for me.
You selfish bastard, always thinking of yourself. Well, you've certainly given us a lot of entertainment over the years. And now that you mention it, Casey was a gloomy guy. Never had much luck with his love life with the ladies. Was that autobiographical in any way?
Yeah, no kidding. Casey's lady friends tended to die on him. With Casey, it was all about his pain. No, Nothing autobiographical about that. I'm a happily married man. My wife is my muse.
Well, congratulations. That's great to hear. So, how's the publicity tour been treating you?
Good.
Is that Sam
Great.
Lake sitting next
But
to
I
him?
gotta say, I'm glad to be back home in New York.
Well, you've certainly been on the news a lot lately. Lots of parties.
I think
and,
that's Sam Lake just as like the couch guy.
You got into a fight with some paparazzi.
Oh, man. Well, that guy was really in my face. I lost my temper. I know that wasn't cool.
You are
They're not doing
famous
any
for that
close-ups on
temper.
him.
Well, I did also write several books.
Well, your latest novel is called The Sudden Stop, and it's in bookstores now. Go get it. That means the two of you out there who haven't bought it yet.
I'm
Ladies and
pretty sure-
gentlemen,
aye,
all we
that's
have
Sam-
for you tonight.
that's Sam
I want
Lake.
to thank all our guests for the evening. Alan Wake,
Oh.
Sam Lake. What's
Oh.
the face for a Sam?
Oh, as Sam Lake, I don't remember
Musical
that.
guests, Poets of the Fall.
I don't remember that, that's weird.
At least I'd been funny. I told myself I could live with that.
Wait! And Poets of the Fall with the musical guests. That is very meta. That's almost too meta. Sam Lake as himself on the show with Alan and Poets of the Fall, the musical guests. Okay. I don't remember that. Oh,
I didn't say anything stupid if that's what you want to know.
Okay, Grumpy. You want an aspirin or something?
Are you going to start with me about drinking now?
You know what?
I should have followed her
Go back to sleep,
advice,
Alan.
but suddenly I was angry.
oh, sorry. I shouldn't have walked in there.
What? Now you can't even talk to me?
Well, this morning I was angry because you said you'd be
Oh,
home at
frame
midnight
rate in
and
some
you
of these
showed up at
cutscenes,
7
man.
a.m. and passed out in mid-sentence. Now I'm over it. Are you angry?
This goddamn tour. It's gotten out of hand.
Oh, honey. It's almost over, right? We can get back to normal. Then you can start writing again.
I'm sorry, honey.
Alan, you're not thinking straight. Just take a shower and go back to bed, huh?
Yeah, you're right, honey. I'm sorry. Once this is over, let's go away together. A vacation. Just you and me. Some peace and quiet.
Bright Falls. I'd love to read a book written by Alan Wake. I bet it would be some shite. I feel like it would just be pure Stephen
Somehow,
King.
The clicker was the key to the cabin. I had to return to Cauldron Lake to save Alice. I'm going back to the lake to finish
So
this.
something's gonna happen.
I'm going to write an ending to the story in the manuscript on my own terms, to make it all right.
Why can't you just write it here?
The last page is still in the typewriter. I need to read it first. Everything needs to be just right. Zane tried to cut some corners, and it didn't end well.
Okay, ready when you are.
I'm sorry, Sarah, but I need to do this alone. Barry, take her gun. Miss Weaver, close the door when I leave.
Good luck, Al.
See you later. When I got out, it was warm and sunny. I flicked the switch of the clicker. Had it done this? I didn't stop to question it. I had to take advantage of the sunlight to get to the lake. On Zane's page, I'd stood on the rim of Cauldron Lake, about to use the clicker. That's where I was headed.
Just talking about Stephen King, I saw a thing just the other day. I didn't know. They paid Stephen King to use the first line in the game because it was for something he had written.
Alone, in daylight, surrounded by the beauty of the Pacific Northwest landscape. It was hard not to let doubt creep in one last time. I could still chalk everything up to a dream, a delusion. I had enough imagination to make up something like this, having been in the cabin all this time, trapped in a story
I
inside
paid him
my
$1.
head, gone mad from grief over
Apparently that's the
Alice's
thing
death
Stephen
like
King
Hartman had
does.
claimed. There would be no way of knowing. I told myself it didn't really matter. My course was set.
Like he's got enough dosh that he'll like let people use, I don't know, quotes and sentences and stuff for his thing for $1. So yeah, adaptation rights for student films and productions for I think because the part I read was something like, no, you can't make like you can't make like a big feature film with a huge budget with my stuff for $1, but aye. Apparently he's like, this big budget video game is basically the same as a student film. Maybe it's like your man that wrote The Witcher, maybe he didn't understand this world. What's that? Visit the haunted witch's ladle. How do you visit a ladle? Oh, I didn't mean that. That's fine. Pushing buttons I shouldn't be pushing. Let's enjoy a nice wee drive. Here was the Reggie plate actually. No Reggie plate, they're not even pretending. I just realised I'm driving on the right side of the road for me, but not for where he is. Get a scenic area, do we? Let's see if there's any pages. Why did I get a checkpoint there? Shit, what do you call these things again? Like another name for those kind of trailers. What's the name for it again? An air something? Somebody must know. You know what I mean? Like those kind of... You know the trailers that are like a big chrome bullet? There's a term for them that I can't remember. Sorry, I need to keep switching cars every time I see a new one. I need to check for pages. No like an RV, but one that's like a trailer that would need towed about, and they're usually kind of chrome. They're quite round. There's like a term, like I've heard it in a million, TV shows and films and. I feel like it wants me to go to the left there, and I thought it was going to be heading Airstream. That's the one, Peter, thank you. And Airstream. Oh shit, sorry. Need to check these places out. There's a thermos. And is there a wee door? Nah. I take it they're calling an Airstream because them being quite smoother ones, it's like they're more aerodynamic. It almost feels like that might have been a classic brand name for a while, like back in the 70s and 80s kind of thing. Oh, for fuck. We are in the dark in here.
The darkness had touched me.
Exactly.
There was a link between us, always would be. I could feel its presence again, getting closer.
And now I don't have a car.
I will kill your wife.
That's just very to the point, isn't it? See, sorry, that's what I meant. Isn't this extremely loud now? That looks extremely loud. This is oh shit. Looks aye. Oh, sorry. I was wondering why it wasn't wearing him down. I'll put it down a wee smidgen. Oh, I know, it was at 8.3, I think. I think that's correct. I see a page.
The Dark Presence was no longer trying to capture the writer so he could create the ending it wanted. The writer knew too much. He was too strong. And he carried a weapon left behind by Thomas Zane, something that could hurt it. Now, the darkness was doing everything in its power to simply stop the writer from ever reaching Cauldron Lake and the dark place it came from.
Let them try. Oh, one car. Shit, I didn't even get to get the checkpoint for the light. Right, let's smash some fellas. No like that, calm down. Why do they keep doing this? I can't help myself. Right. That wasn't supposed to happen. I think that was because the door was next to this and it wouldn't have been able to open, so it just launched me at the top, but I can't even get in that one, so it's fine. That was strange though, I wasn't expecting that. Didn't even kill him, just moved him essentially. I can't drive in reverse. Let's try that again. Why is the I was expecting the camera to turn around for me. I'm wondering if there's... Aye, so I have to go that way. But the Majestic Hotel is calling. Sorry, motel. Let's have a wee look about. And hope there isn't tons of dudes. Because I've only got 8 rounds left. Oh wait, did I come in here at some point? I feel like I've been in here. General information. Refundable $100 security deposit is required on all reservations. No personal checks accepted. We take all major credit cards and bank cards. Check-out time is 10 AM. No loud music. No pets. 1 vehicle per unit. Facilities are for registered guests only. No visitors are allowed in the premises after 9 PM. No exceptions. Hope you enjoy your stay at the Majestic. If you're a senior or a vet, ask about our discounts. Oh, nice. Let's read this.
Based on the signature in the motel register, Agent Nightingale had stayed here, in room number 2.
Let's go investigate that. So this is something you could... Oh, sweet. Bathroom coffee. That seems then that this is something you could miss if you just kept driving around there, maybe. Maybe. So do we look in the car park? Well, that's worrying. That is a bullet hole by the looks of it. Nightingale's in room 2. Are you drivable? No, but did you see it bob and then start rolling? What the fuck is happening? Okay. That was really weird. Room 2. Oh, you better bit obsessed, are we? Nightingale. I see you get photos of everybody.
This had obviously been the room where Agent Nightingale had stayed when he hadn't been busy harassing me.
There's Hartman's book. Oh yes, big stuffer. Spicy barbecue. Fucking size of that bag. There's photo of Barry there. It's hard to see some of them because when you turn to them it just shines the light in them. Oh, oh. Oh, nice. Just kept flashbangs next to the cooker, did you? Oh, I thought there was going to be something interesting in there. Is there anything in the wardrobe? Nah, we'll see if we can go into the other rooms. I should have seen that coming. These other rooms are probably locked. Aye. Wait, is that a sweet ass jump? Oh, and you're kind of stopping me, aren't you? I can walk out the way. Sweet. Double check around here in case there's pages kicking about. This is where you would hide them, or there's dudes. Pages or dudes, maybe both. Something tells me there might be a page on top of that thing because it looks like that's no. I couldn't, because again I'm thinking with Dead Rising platform for some reason. The game's nothing like Dead Rising. I don't know why that's where my brain keeps going. And I've not even played like Dead Rising in ages. No, nothing lying about. Oh, mate. Mate, we're jumping it with you. Right, that wasn't just me. This thing is a bit sluggish in reverse. Sluggish. Please work. Give me a wee GTA bonus thing. Dreadful. Not even a wee slow-mo moment. Oh, you've got... There's just always lads, man. Just doing a quick wee lap here. See if I see any shiny pages. Nah. We're out. Fucking hell. I'm stuck on a thing, I'm on a barrel, there's a barrel under me. Thanks, mate. That helped, that genuinely helped. This car is so hard to control. That's fine. What? Nice. Really thought there was going to be something in there. Those looked placed to let me in. Oh shit. Don't, mate. Don't. see it. I think that's the big Deerfest van up the back. I'm a wee bit worried. Okay, doke. Let's do this. Fucking hell, that light flashing. What the hell? Oh, there it is. Oh. Wait, is that? I knew it was you. Oh, Captain. I thought that was going to ruin my heat, it's fine. It's is that a digger with like horns on top of it? That's coming to life. Nope. Alan. Stupid and silly. Whoa, what hit me? Why is it still hurting me? I killed it. I don't know how it's still doing me damage. Driving into. What is that? Is that a shadow car? I'm stuck on nothing. Just waited with my headlights on. What's going on there? Oh, I'll be swapping to that place. Anything in that much light must be nice. Hey, it's the Bright Falls Light and Power. Let's check upstairs first. This music's pretty funny when you're really taking your time. When there's no sense of urgency about you. They coming to get me for picking up a flare? I'm just gonna ignore the dudes. I'm gonna ignore that car we just passed. Oh shit. What is that? A wee school bus just getting flung about like it was nothing, I thought it was gonna keep going, that's why I went off-road. I thought it was like coming at us. Jesus. Oh, come on. Shit, I'm getting right out into the path. Oh no, it died. It died. What am I talking about? Very sneaky. Oh, hello. Right, where are they? There they are. Oh, I did not even see you, my man. Sorry about that. Huh. Oh, I think that made them real. It just didn't take them out. Fucking hell, man. A bit slow switching to the old shotty. In fact, you know what? Get the shotty out. How did I not see the one in the tunnel? That was weird. Like, I still didn't see him there. Ah, there he is. That's the way we want to do it. Shotty ammo. Oh, that's that looks like a fair wee chunk of ammo just lying about the place. That makes me worried. No, no auto aim. See that? Right in front of him. Oh, mate. Your arsehole pal's trying to do a number on me. Check this out. Can't believe they flanked me. Oh. What was that? Revolver arm? Ah. As soon as I bend in to pick up some... Oh, I didn't even have a chance to. I think they might just keep following me through here until I get right through. Getting that kind of vibe. Oh, dodge! Alan, dodge! For fuck's sake. I get stun locked. Fucking stun locked, man. It was just like 1, 2, 3 hits, one after another. Oh, he wasn't. I see. I see how it is. Yeah, I still saw one of them running in. Let's give him one of them. That means all the current ones are dead. Nobody's at me the new. Let's see who appears now. Aye, there we go. I just saw you waiting behind the car. You fool. Where are you? Somebody's still alive. Because usually it does the slow-mo thing if there's nobody left, which makes me think somebody's creeping up on me right now. No. Okay.
The bottom of Cauldron Lake was a graveyard of things the lake had claimed in one way or another over the decades. The dark presence brought them up in its wake, scattering the rotten waterlogged hull of an old boat here, the remains of a long-ago crashed airplane there, trees shattered under the impacts. The earth groaned. It didn't even notice.
Nice. Polaroid guy waiting in the darkness. Let's get to Cauldron Lake, shall we? It looks like we're going up to the right. So, let's look up here first. Those hit me a lot harder than I was expecting. I just completely blocked. Alright. I'm used to you just kind of like going through them as if they're nothing in games, but I kind of felt that impact. God, you don't have a handbrake. Oh, hello. So where were they pointing? In this building or around the corner? So I can see I can go up there. That's probably how I get the gate open. I don't know if I trust you. You look like you might come to life and do me in. I'm just getting the shotgun out. I think I just saw something flashing. No. I really thought I saw like the shiny pickup type thing. Hello. Try to stealth up on me, aren't they? Darkness really just said, I'll kill your wife and nothing more so far. Aye, it was a strange one. Really direct as well. It wasn't like, you can't save her. She won't last long. Nothing like that. Just, I will kill your wife. Right. Indoors we go. Really don't want to walk under that. Wait. I was certain that was going to be my... Guy, there's a fucking door. Maybe that'll be the way out. Something's definitely going to happen in here. Well, that does hurt me. Oh, I set off another one by accident. That's fine. Aye, clambering at the side of the fucking pallets and everything instead of trying the door first. We go hunting rifle. Nah, I mean I'll take the ammo just in case, but I'm quite enjoying the shotty right now. Nothing good on here. There's the button. Is there somebody waiting to harm me? I'll definitely take them. And you. Oh, they're getting me kitted up here. That is worrying. So this seems like just a shortcut down. It's a quick way down. Maybe they bust in the front door once I push this. Gates on. Or maybe there's just a guy right there. Extremely awkward. Aye, get in. Shift that. At least fucking... Aye, face it that way. I genuinely thought they were going to try and drop that car on me. I don't know what. I was giving them a bit more, I don't know, credit than I probably should. Somebody's definitely coming out to play after that. And we're going to be doing a few waves of dudes. Okay. Right, we'll open this. Oh, mate. Again? Had this chat if we know. I've done this before, see? You're nothing to me. You're dog shit on my shoe. They want you to do that and then avoid it for like 2 minutes. Well, it takes time for that to happen. Oh, hello. You trying to be sneaky? There you go. Did they just not expect you to use the 12 flashbangs they put in your pocket just before it? They're the one, they got me tooled up. Exactly coming in there empty-handed, and then they gave me more. Hey, right, when I told Barry my plan back in the well-lit room, I'd acted as if I knew what I was doing. I didn't. I was operating on the shifting logic of a dream. I had to fight my way to the lake through the horrors of the night. I had to flick an old battered light switch imbued with childhood magic. I had to write a happy ending to a horror story. I had to save my wife from the dark prison she was being held in. You got it, Weaver. Right, hold on. Nah. actually following not this way. Weird. It's funny how kind of rare the whole push interaction is. I think this is the second or third one I've done the whole game. It's probably far enough, eh? We're having a big old siege here, maybe? 17 flares in my pocket. That's a piss poor light.
I will never give her to you.
Big man. It's a big old boy. Holy fuck. He got up for that. Oh wow. Alright. Oh, spotlight. We like that. I don't need to look at it. Don't want to look at it. Alan, why can we barely move this light? Ah, shite. Ah, shite. Oh, they're all close to me. Yes! Because it's going to take 2 shots to do him in. Or more. Pistol. Remember, swapping to your sidearm is faster than reloading. I don't even remember where I go at that phase. I don't know if we Call of Duty. I think that was like one of those COD quotes, you know, in the death screen. Like an old COD. Oh, that's completely the wrong button there. Another push section, is it? I just shine the torch right in your face while you're doing that, Al. He sounded like he was having a wee breathing issue there. Maybe Alan's asthmatic. Maybe that's why he can't run as well.
The dark place I found myself in was unlike anything I could ever have imagined. It wasn't solid. It flowed. It was conceptual and subjective. For someone else, an artist in another field, it would have been very different. I could sense the story of the manuscript all around me, the words and ideas floating in the air, poised to become real.
Nice to see my people represented in games. Maybe that could become a thing. You know, asthmatic protagonists. The way they keep putting panic attacks in all these fucking Pixar films or whatever. Dodge straight into that. There's just a dude here. Wait. Oh, wait. Oh, I think he got too close to that and it did him in. Because he died like, just before I pulled the trigger. Weird. Ah, Alan's jumps are funny wee hang in it. I'm coming to save you. All you need to put is a 3-foot thing between Alan and Alice, and he's never saving her. Writer's jump. Fucking writer's jump.
I could see Mirror Peak in the distance. That's where Cauldron Lake was.
But there's a fuckload of birds there. No, it's not white men can't jump, it's right men can't jump. Man, I've not seen that film in years. I need to watch it again. Oh shit. I almost feel that they're giving me too much. Maybe I'll not be saying that in about 5 minutes, but wait, I have no memory of whatever this is that we're doing here. I think I've fucked up. Do I need to jump for here? Zero memory of this. Really? Fuck it, I don't remember this. I love how awkward it is the wee drops because he's technically falling inside it. Oh. Oh, I see what we're doing, okay. We're doing one of these! Oh, so close. What? Is that about a cliff falling away? How exciting was that? How fucking exciting was that? Ah! Right, and climb up there, but it just takes me to the same. Oh, so close. One more and you've done so. Maybe at the time that was like, holy shit. No, because Resi 4 was before this. I'm fucking talking about. Maybe at the time. You know, back in 1987 when this was made. They should just all come down at once and do me in. That would, they would win that way. Wait. Yeah. I think I'll go and grab that checkpoint first before I do anything stupid up here. Gears of War was 4 years before Alan Wake, man. I notice quite often my idea of times when games were released is quite sketchy. So this would have been what, like mid to late in the 360's life cycle. think I was supposed to think that was going to bridge the gap, or is it so I can just do a wee... Oh no, wait, that's progress, but oh no, there's shiny shit down there. That's, you know what, I'm just going to take damage, and I'll just run into the light and heal that, and then we'll go check. Alan Wake was 2010 apparently. Wow. Your brain wants to give the technology a linear improvement. Maybe that's what it is. Aye. Almost definitely getting attacked down here. Oh Jesus. I think my pockets are entirely full. Let's go back up this way in case something happens. Come on, Al. Yeah. My torch was already aiming it. I'll get close. That was the noise, like another group were coming in, and he even turned his head there, but there was nothing to look at. Unless they're coming to get me for this last wee stretch. Yep. Oh, you cheeky wee man. Right, let's switch to that before I waste a flare. Still? Oh, fucking idiot. That's just the Darkness's version of bear traps, really. I never tried shooting those out the air like in Resi 4. I'd try it if I had better aiming reticle, but no, when it's just your flashlight beam, it's a bit iffy, and I don't feel like wasting ammo to find it. We are so far away from Cauldron Lake. It feels like we're the opposite end of the country. Right, everything loaded. Aye, good. Shit, am I that far away still? I think that's the peak. Just through the trees there. That seems too far. Maybe it isn't. Okay. Oh, it's a zoomer, of course. Stay still, as if this isn't what's meant to happen. What? quick enough on the old flashbang, but still. 3, let me get 3 in. 4 in. Yeah. You coming to life, big man, aye? No? Maybe from behind. Sneak attack? Nah. Just part of a building. I was just about to say, as long as there's no zoomers, it's fine. Of course they give me one immediately. Where are you, mate? There you are. Oh. Hey! That was lucky. Because the game was like auto-targeting him. One peacock was behind him. What the fuck was that? Oh, that fire looks terrible. That's just like a GIF with some transparency. That's bad looking. Oh. I accidentally targeted a dude that was coming towards me. A couple of dudes. Didn't even mean that. I was trying to aim up at this. Look how rounded the bottom is. Of each, like you can see the individual. Ah, that looks bad. Aye, fireplace gear. Was that a boat? Enough. Oh. I'm a fool to do your dirty work. Oh yeah. You have become real and killed. That was a boat. Somebody's coming out the trees. Oh, don't do anything bad to me, big thing. Wait. Oh, mate, that was a... That was weird, because that was almost certainly a dodge. That's why it did the slow-mo, but I still took the hit. That kind of worked. I didn't do anything, but that moment almost just happened to me instead of me being part of it. Aye, a bit of Smoke and Mirrors game design, aye. It looks cool and they kind of just took care of it for you. Fucking hell, the fright I just got. Will I get behind a rock? Sorry, that stopped and then I heard a bit of glass shattered down there and it was as if that was the effect after it, man. That got me good. You got a glass breaking a mile away. Oh, hello. Okay. Can I come in? Oh, I think we're close. Fucking hell, I didn't see that. Got a wee fright. Because I think that's the What is it? They don't call them the Twin Peaks. It's like the Mirror Peaks or something they call them because they're twinned with each other. I saw a puddle and shot. I mean, aye. The puddle works like a bear trap. Aye. Ah, the darkness was her face. Still. Ah, there we go. I love the flashbangs in this. Those are really satisfying to use. They're strong. I like them quite a bit. Whoa, careful. Don't see any pages. Wait. But there is some shotty ammo that I might not even be able to pick up. Oh, switch to pump action shotgun, because I'm still using the double. Aye, fuck it. Switch to that. Hell yeah. Right, I see a button there that looks like it needs pushed, but I might need to power it first. What's that? I feel like this has been brought up before, but Twin Peaks is a Horny restaurant in Denver. I've never heard that, Teen Ape. Is that like a Hooters style place? Because obviously, you know, Twin Peaks. Just the word horny restaurant sounds incorrect. Because the last thing I want, even partially close to food that I'm eating, is the idea of anything sex wise going on. Just there is no there is no place for that at my dinner time. Oh. Yes, mate. Flashbangs for days. And another. I think there's another place like that called Tilted Kilt, so enjoy that knowledge. Tilted Kilt. So I take it, are they wearing like what? Like tartan skirts? Is that the... And are they all doing really good Scottish accents? So I know I'm kind of hanging back here. I'm seeing what I can grab before I trigger any... Ah, that's what I need to start so I can push that button. Okay. So I'm probably fine as long as I don't go with that generator yet. Aye, I was thinking of pleated type skirts. It's a kilt. I'm sure it is, eh? Aye, examine...
I needed to get the generator running.
Of course she did. Get in here? No. Right. I think I can get them to walk into that and get destroyed. Even though electricity is no the same as light, really. Right, okay, let's do this. Are they going to appear in the last pool? Oh, I pressed the button, it takes a while for the lift to come down. It's one of them. Oh, bitch. Oh, bitch. Hey, hey, hey. Hurry up with that lift. Aye, there we go. They genuinely gave me too much stuff. They gave me far too much stuff. I just fired like 3 flares, I used like 4 flashbangs. I'm still tooled up. I'm still kitted out. Uh-oh. You just gave me too much stuff. And look, they're giving me more right there. This normal mode feels like easy mode. Can I get it? Uh-huh.
After Zane had gone, I stood alone in the shifting dream that was the dark place. I had to find a way to the cabin. I'd written myself a way through this place in the manuscript. I followed the idea of a path. I'd written myself across the ocean that blocked my way, and with that, there was a bridge to the island beyond. The idea of the cabin flickered in the underwater darkness. I willed the cabin to be real, and it was.
I love that, man. I love that. I love the idea as well that you have to write it as a story. You can't just make up. You can't just like throw in some Deus Ex Machina shit. You know, you've got to like adhere to story writing. Is that Alan Wake voice? I swear to fuck, man. I took these two pictures like an hour or so apart. What the fuck? Thank you for that, Spring Hill Jim. It is weird. It's so. I'm looking at them again. It's so fucking weird. Because when I picked them up separately for each other, and I thought I'd picked up the same one again, like I wasn't paying attention. And then when I realised, like, no, that's both of them, man.
Turn back now.
Oh. I'm gonna have to take away all this doing. But I'll do that in a wee minute because I need to go and get a refill on my drink. I'll see you in a wee minute. Call me Deacon Blue. Sorry about that, I had to go for a wee piss as well. Oh aye, these. Aye, I see you. Did I not get out of the way of that? Oh. Oh shit. I know I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna flare it up, I'm sitting 20 of the things. There's a guy stuck in between it all. I need to kill him. Oh. I don't know how I missed it point blank, but it's fine. Ah, hello. I think I can hear one behind us. Not empty. Well, it wasn't that exciting. Hello.
Do as you're told.
I thought I was going to jump that. I thought I was jumping it. It would have been cool to jump it. Oh, this looks great. Aye, jump into that.
She never loved you.
She loves showing me that FMV, doesn't she? She really likes showing me it. So I have to destroy the tornado. Okay. That gave me a wee fright. Oh, it's a Tory gate in Washington. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. Ah! Don't. I worry the game's just obscenely loud right now. It looks very loud. I think I might need to shout. Sorry if that's cool. I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't paying attention to what was actually happening there. I thought it was just a run and jump. Here's what we're gonna do. Drop down. Drop that. Two birds, one stone. And then we wait for the right time. Wait for it. Oh, I didn't know there was still. Oh, that was a dodgy jump. Well, fuck. Come on, Alan. Another mine! We killed a tornado. Keep that. Keep that motherfucking thing on you, Alan. The clicky. Do it. That was a strange... I would have jumped instead of stepped.
Hell!
Shh, baby. You were having a bad dream. It was just another nightmare.
No.
Everything's fine. You're home.
No, look outside, Alice.
Everything's fine.
I believe you knew with that voice.
Turn the lights on!
Shh, baby. The power's out. There's no light. Come back to bed and I'll make you forget all about your fear.
My fear? It's your fear. Why aren't you afraid? You're not Alice. Turn the lights on now. Where's the clicker? What did you do with it?
Alan, honey, you're still 1 foot in a dream. You're not making any sense. Come back to bed.
Do I need to go and see the picture of the breaker? I just walk there, Alan. Oh, I don't like that.
You're scaring me now. Come back to bed. Have you taken your pills? Do you want me to call Dr. Hartman? I read your manuscript. It's brilliant. Departure is your best regret. You're a genius. I'm so proud of you. Come back to bed. We'll talk more about it in the morning.
There it is.
Come back
Typewriter
to bed.
phone.
Come back to bed, Tom.
Tom. Nah, man, that should be a Chivo. Kill your wife. And then it's quotation marks around wife. Tommy!
You must find your way to the cabin. It stands in your way. It won't let you pass. It has no heart. It's filled with darkness. You must fill its heart with light.
Like Dante. There he is! Oh, these photos were taken only an hour apart.
Don't mind him. He's Mr.
See that?
Friends will meet him when you're gone.
When people say scratch, you don't hear scratch. You hear like static or a noise.
Use the clicker.
Don't worry, your friends will meet him when you're gone. It's bad shit. Bad shit, Mr. Scratch. I love stuff like this. It really is so stuck. Fuck off, Ben. And hello, how are you? It's a wee bit Tulpa stuff, but it's still kind of up in the air in some ways about what exactly's going on there. Because I don't know if you noticed, he had the head wound for the car crash. So it's as if he's you from a few days ago. Oh shit, cheers Ben. Resub for 44. 44, that's a lot of numbers. Wait. 44. She. Try and kill me, Ben. I see how it is. I see your game. Is that why you've been practicing with the P90? The only thing that can kill Guy Woodward? Alright, I see how it is. Now watch my fucking back. You won't be making it to 45. Who's on the phone?
I followed the idea of a path.
Just me talking shit. That was just him chatting earlier. The idea of a path.
I'm leaving you.
What?
Oh.
I'm leaving you. By next summer. I'm in love with someone else.
Alice? No, what are you saying? You can't.
You don't love me. I'm with you. You don't even love yourself. All you do is torture
Did he mean the
yourself
jump?
to work you can't do anymore.
No, I love you more than anything in the world. You're my muse.
I'm not.
Who are you? What have you done with my Alice?
It wasn't true. Nothing like that had ever happened. I had written myself across the ocean.
Here it is, Dival's Isle.
My Barbara.
I promise to be good. Please, untie me, naughty boy. I will help you reach your destiny. I will love you forever.
No, you're not Barbara Jagger. I made a terrible mistake. I should have never written you back. You came back wrong. Your heart is filled with darkness.
Put that knife away, Tommy.
Heart is filled with darkness. Cut it out. Take you back to the depths of Playground. Filled with darkness.
So did Tom... Tom wrote both of them out of reality.
I want the cabin to be real.
Let's do it, baby. Yeah.
Get away from me,
Your husband refused to do as he was told. All he had to do was write what I wanted him to write. Now it's too late. It's his fault. You'll stay here forever.
No, she fucking won't. Get some good shots here.
Now you will never get her back.
There's the cutout heart.
I am much older than you.
And what?
Older than your first work of art. I will find a new face to wear. Someone else to dream me free.
Boom. Do it. Better get right and all.
I could feel Alice's presence close by. I understood what I had to do now. I knew how to write the ending to Departure. There's light and there's darkness. Cause and effect. There's guilt and there's atonement. But the scales always need to balance. Everything has a price. That's where Zane had gone wrong. There's a long journey through the night back into the light.
Oh no!
Swapped places. Who's Deerfest? It's Pat Main in the dock. It's Harford behind the desk. And that dude, it's the Anderson brothers. Look who's behind her. The Nightingale in there.
It's not a lake. It's
an ocean.
Alan, wake up.
Yeah. Departure indeed. Oh God. Wait, no I didn't. I didn't. Okay. I didn't finish the game on hard.
Ground control to Major Tom.
Oh, I didn't realise that's what was playing. I think I'm going to have to mute that.
Ground control to Major
That's the wrong button. I can't even hear it either. So it's not as if I'm enjoying it and you are the way I had to do it. Too late, you're getting spaced. No! No! Oh shit, Jonathan Davies of Corn fame was the QA manager. Aye, when I was... Right, when did this come out? 2010? What age was I in 2010? What was it, 13 years ago? I was 21? No, this didn't come out when I was 21. Hold the bus. That doesn't sound right. I was 21. I thought I was much younger than that. Pardon me. No, that will be right then. Because the 360 came out when I was about like 16. Fuck. I thought I was much younger than that. Well, then when I was 21, that line, "It's not a lake, it's an ocean," was like, fuck. And I was like, I was thinking, oh, so we're probably getting a sequel in a couple of years. That was 10 years ago. Sorry, 13 years ago. Fucking hell. Man. So what was I going to say there? I had stuff that I wanted to talk about, and I'm blanking on it now. Is it still the same music playing? Yep. What was I going to say there? I'd imagine Bowie's estate is quite litigious. I get the vibe. The stuff about Alan swapping with Alice, I always liked that. Like he was saying how that was Zane's issue. Zane tried to just... It's a bit like there's got to be give and take, you know? So he had to be like, right, she can get out, I need to stay. And that's acceptable kind of thing. And that's what Zane fucked up, trying to get both him and Barbara away together. And I think that's maybe what then let the darkness take her body. I don't remember the thing about the cutting out her heart thing. I don't remember that at all. And when you heard Thomas Zane's voice, it did sound like he was like, he knew what was happening. But she sounded like herself. It didn't sound like the evil Barbara Jagger, you know, the thing wearing her face. And what would cutting the heart out do? And was that before you wrote yourselves out of reality then? It had to be. That was strange. There was kind of nothing else about that up until that point. Let me just check the music. Still. It's a longer song than I remember. There was something else. Mr. Scratch there. I remember there being more Mr. Scratch than that. And even then, even though I was 21, I remember that really freaking me out. The mist. See, because he's no like being, he's just kind of like, he's looking at you there and he's like, he's just got a bit of a smile. It's no like, you know, just a wee kind of like, and it's the voice saying, was it he'll know your friends and that before? No, he'll know your friends and that while you're gone. So I remember, I think Cthulhu's no here tonight, but Cthulhu had like good knowledge of the Alan Wake stuff, but they were saying that they thought, I remember there being more Mr. Scratch stuff in American Nightmare, but they thought there might be Mr. Scratch stuff in the 2 DLC chapters in this, but I don't remember. I definitely remember more Mr. Scratch, so maybe I'm getting it for the DLC or... there's Cthulhu right there. Never get a Twitch notification. Oh, it can be a bastard for it sometimes. I miss a lot of stuff that I have to watch later because I never get the email. I think one has Mr. Scratch and the other doesn't. I kind of summon Cthulhu there. Right, is it still... That song might be okay. Don't want to chance it after... Did I tweeted about it, didn't I, when fucking that the last VOD for this, Twitch was like, that contains copyrighted material, and what the fuck is it? And I looked, and it wasn't. It was that Poets of the Fall song, but it was an Albanian rapper with like 88 followers sampled the song 12 years ago, and I'm meant to just no have fucking audio playing on my thing because of that. I don't think so, mate. I don't think so. It happened to me once before with the old stream starting tune before I got Barry to do that one, because it was a free loop of a completely free loops website, and I just pieced a couple of them together to make it like a wee beat and a tune, and somebody else put a part of that in a song of theirs, and suddenly they were getting my shit taken down. It's nonsense. The Specials team. What was I meant to ask there with Cthulhu? There was something I meant to ask you, pal, before you were summoned. Shit. Aye. Do you remember the stuff about Zane cutting out Barbara Jagger's heart? I don't remember any of that, and it just kind of comes out of nowhere right at the end there. I don't remember that at all being a thing. It seemed very kind of out of place. Thought it was metaphorical. Ah, right, I suppose, aye. Aye, I could get that. You could even argue it's been retroactively written while Alan's doing this shit in order to give him somewhere to put the clicker. And I don't know. But the other thing was, I had done some reading about what people thought about the Zane and Alan stuff, and I saw a lot of people, they were pointing out, I think we spoke about it last time, how they make a point of saying that you can't create people, you can't make a person with this kind of ability, if you like, but you can influence events. So the vibe I got for it was that that Zane maybe influenced Alan's birth or a bit of his childhood or something, and then later Alan influenced some Zane stuff, almost like that kind of thing. But then there, Cthulhu's just pointed out, but isn't Mr. Scratch a guy? But Mr. Scratch doesn't abide by like just normal physical rules. Like, we know that from the Control DLC, the document about Alice in the photo. He doesn't abide by, like, you know, reality. The guy can like appear and disappear for places. So that's probably safe. That's nice. I like that. That's a nice wee touch right at the end there. I really like that. Fucking hell. Wait, that might have been added for the remaster. No, Cthulhu, sure Alice is the documents that... hold on. And you know what? What am I doing? Why am I still on this screen? The documents from the Federal Bureau of Control about Alice being interviewed and stuff. And sure, because she's a photographer, she'd set up cameras in her home because Scratch, who she thought was Alan, was like appearing in the hallway, sprinting at her, and then disappearing. So it's no as if he's like living Alan's life. It's as if he's like fucking haunting her or something. It's strange. So Scratch Dawn. What if everybody's got a doppelganger type tulpa kind of shit? Because if you think of that for Barbara Jagger, maybe. But then there's no a Thomas Zane equivalent, there's no an Alice equivalent, and she was there. I don't know. I'd love to figure something out. Is the diver suit also Scratch? No, the diver suit still feels to me like Alan's interpretation of Zane. Because remember at the start, all you get is a light in the sky that's talking, and then gradually that becomes, it's the light for the helmet that's kind of blinding you, that's why you couldn't see it as well. But Zane is still seemingly outside. Oh, sorry, that just reminded me why I was talking about the tulpa thing. Remember in... You might not know it. I've got all of this ready for once we've finished the DLC and we've done American Nightmare, and then we can look at some stuff. There's a video that plays when you start the AWE DLC for Control, and it's Alan in a room, and he's looking at who you think is Mr. Scratch, and it's the, what's his name again, Ilka Vila, the actual face for Alan Wake. It's him speaking English, looking exactly the same as Alan, but he's saying, "My name is Thomas Zane. I'm your friend Thomas." And Alan at no point is like, "You look like me. How are you no?" Like, there's no mention of Scratch or anything. Fuck, I don't know. I don't know, man. Everyone has a reflection when you look into Cauldron Lake, I suppose. Scratch is supposedly handled by AWE. What do you mean handled, as in taken care of by the time AWE happens? The metaverse version's been neutered. My brain's just... I feel like it's going to start leaking out here. But it's maybe implied the real world version of him isn't. Oh, sorry, right, I get what you mean there. Right. Maybe we should look at some stuff tonight. Isn't Scratch the serial killer in Alan Wake 2? I don't know, Woody, because I've no looked at anything except the first trailer and that wee bit of gameplay we saw. I know some more details get released in Play Magazine today, but I didn't look at anything, so I don't know if that information's out or if it's just assumed. And I didn't go and rewatch the trailer, so I don't know if it's mentioned there or no. You know what? It's only 9 o'clock, and I do have stuff ready, and I don't know if we would need to wait until after American Nightmare to look through it. It's just like I've kind of grabbed the stuff from AWE. Let's fucking look at it, man. So hold on, we'll close this, right? Close that. Let's get this sorted. Alright, Jess. Hey guy, just wondering if you'll be playing the new forestry update for old school RuneScape. They've added a new currency called leaves. Jess, I don't know how to respond to that. I think I played RuneScape once in my whole life. Okay, let's answer the question, guy. Never. What am I doing here? Oh fuck, this is going to get complicated. I'm going to have to move a couple of things. So let's move yous over here. There you are. That's the wrong way, isn't it? Sorry about the squeaky. Let's move that there. Let's drag this window over here. This is strange. This is a strange thing to be doing, but it's fine. It is a-okay. Where did I put it? There's the folder. Right. Let's see if this works. Hopefully this works. Oh god, I'm nervous. Right, hold on. We'll turn that off. We'll mute that. And then I think we can go... This might work. This might work. So, this is like I gathered the stuff when replaying through AWE to make like a wee thing. Okay? I don't mean it's just some images and like a couple of videos, but it's information that's handy to have. Let's... That volume looks okay.
Engulfed the elevator. There was something there. A presence. Jesse Faden could hear it. A call. It was faint, reaching for her from a dark place.
Need the volume up a wee bit.
Faden was sensitive to visitations. She had them all the time. From her guiding star and the previous director. She was the perfect receiver. As if she'd been made for this. Faden paused to feel it. The force at play here. It was changing things around her, subtle, trying to make her act. Faden didn't like that. Her guide felt it too. Polaris didn't flare up in defense as with the hiss, so it wasn't all bad. Not a hostile transmission. It was powerful, but it was coming from far away, and made weak because of the distance. It was a distress call. Faden sensed a drowning man, a man desperate to escape. She sensed something else too, a hunger in the dark, not unlike the hostile resonance, waiting. She knew that desperate acts can have grim consequences. It was this, more than the man's despair, that made her follow the call. The elevator lights winked back on. The darkness receded like a memory. There was a new button on the elevator control panel. Investigation Sector. Faden pressed the button. The elevator doors slid shut with practiced bravado.
So that's what you get when you're starting the Alan Wake DLC. That's obviously him talking about Jesse Faden, the main character of Control, and her going to the investigation sector. Was that loud enough once I adjusted the volume there? Just want to make sure it's all right for yous. Yeah, just was good. Sound. Right, what we got? Boom. Mr. Denis. A request came through recently from an FBI agent asking for all our files on Bright Falls, specifically on the disappearance of the author Alan Wake. Per the Interagency Information Exchange Agreement, I had some paper pushers gather up a folder of all the pre-approved files. Don't worry, all the inappropriate material is either missing or redacted, but I'm writing to let you know that we received this request from a special agent named Alex Casey. Sounds familiar, right? That's because Alex Casey is the name of the fictional detective in those hard-boiled crime books Alan Wake wrote. Pretty interesting that an FBI agent sharing a name with the most famous character Wake wrote is looking into a case detailing with a writer's fiction coming true. I think this is worth looking into, but what's your opinion? Just give the word and I'll start surveillance on this guy, Special Investigator Gleason. So there is where, I think that was the first thing that ever made me go, right, Alan's the main, what you got? Alan's the 0 point of all this, it seems. I don't think he invented the FBC, or like, that's the Federal Bureau of Control. Aye, the focal point. He's where it all branches from. But I think that it's like, you know what I mean? It's like something that's flowing downstream, and it's always going to flow downstream. But it's as if Alan's able to just get a wee hand in certain directions. Is the vibe I get for this stuff. To Chief Investigator Denis, it happened again, third time this year. Something certainly has it out for our... Could be raccoons. The locals certainly complain about them enough, but why the hell would raccoons keep going after a monitoring station? Doesn't add up. Anyway, I've got a Bureau tech going to the site next week to take a look. Next in the list of recurring problems are the staff at the Lake House Research Station. How am I supposed to effectively keep an eye on Cauldron Lake if they won't let me see any data? Hell, I don't even know what they're researching out there. We need to petition them again to share their info with investigations agents. It's only a matter of time before this hits again, and I want to be prepared. Anyway, if anyone at HQ asks why the Bright Falls report is a little thin this month, tell them it's because we couldn't take any readings. In the meantime, I might invest in some raccoon traps. Sincerely, Agent Estevez. Now, Estevez was mentioned somewhere else, and I can't remember, but they seem to be the agent who's just stationed at Bright Falls. As I said before, it's just like Homestuck. He is out of canon, so he has canon powers. My brain won't accept Homestuck as anything other than a couple of drawings that I saw over the years. Nothing's getting in. Nothing's getting in about Homestuck. I don't actually ever want to think about Homestuck because I've seen what the fans were like. Official findings report. Incident summary. The purpose of internal investigation X397 is to examine the containment failure of specimen SI1 that resulted in the deaths of, I think it was 32 agents. An inspection report of the containment equipment 3 days earlier showed no faults. Investigators suspect human error to be the cause, yet no department has provided any evidence to support this. Technicians were able to recover the researchers' notes on the specimen from the internal network. On the something of something, the specimen began displaying a sharp increase in aggressive behaviour. Cross-referencing that date with various logs found only 2 events inconsistent with the sector's daily routine. 1, the air filters were changed, and 2, an hour prior to the incident, a civilian named Alex Wake entered the sector regarding an unrelated investigation. See interview 65F124. Given their connection to the same AWE case, it's likely that Mrs. Wake's presence is relevant to the specimen's escape and to the investigation is ongoing. Sorry, what did I say? Did I say something else? Did I say Alex? That's fucking... Sorry. Aye, Alice Wake. So that would have been Alice coming to them to tell them about having seen Alan in the home. In the flat. Oh. That was quite loud.
Do we know each other?
Here we go.
I feel...
Here we fucking...
This feels familiar. I can't seem to... I've forgotten it. I'm sorry. I'm My name is Alan Wake.
This is what I was talking about.
Who are you?
And he's a wee bit smiley.
Who are you? Do I know you?
I'm your friend Tom. Tom Zane. There's nothing to worry about.
Tom.
And that's the likeness speaking English.
The diver, you look different.
That was just a role. A character. The protagonist I played in my old film. I'm a filmmaker. An auteur like yourself.
Poet. Filmmaker.
We're working on this together, remember? An artistic collaboration. You need a drink.
Nee, Mr. Scratch Patter at all for Alan. Oh, it was Casper Darling there. Even doing the Finnish cheers.
Endless darkness. Nothing holds still.
We're very close now. You've been writing. I found a way to escape. It'll work this time.
Writing?
You found a way!
No. I don't... Wait. There's something. It's my double. He's out there. I've seen him.
Yeah.
I forgot about that wee bit.
I'm dealing with it.
I forgot about that wee bit.
My friend, let me handle him.
You've met him? What the hell?
Now, come on. You misunderstand me.
Who do you think that is?
Alan Wake, the writer who went missing in that AWE case I read about. What's he doing here?
Oh, I think it's in another bit.
Dr. Emil Hartman was desperate. The Federal Bureau of Control had stolen his life's work. This was his last chance, his final experiment. What he'd been too scared to do before. Hartman dove into the lake, was taken, devoured by hungry darkness, became the thing that had been Hartman. Only an echo of him remained, fragmented impulses on autoplay, violent, bloodthirsty darkness in the driver's seat. Emerging from the lake, the thing was captured by the FBC, brought in, contained, studied. The thing broke loose, killed everyone it could. The FBC fell back and sealed the sector. The thing was alone in the dark, lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came. Not darkness, but similar enough. A sound. A
The hiss.
It shouldn't be a surprise. If there's one, why not another? The darkness inside the thing could have been immune, could have resisted, fought, could have been passed by, passed through with no effect. But it didn't, and it wasn't. Maybe it had grown weaker over time, not aged. It was timeless, but weaker with no link to its source. A metamorphosis followed. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
I love all this shit, man. Here we go. Official arrest report. Offender names Hartman Emil. Victim names Wake Allen, Anderson Tor, Anderson Odin, somebody Lane Rudolph, DeSole Wendy, Emerson Thomas. So they have decided that the Anderson brothers are dead. Unless they mean victim as in just of his mad punishments. I took it as that they were calling me dead, and that all these people had been killed after he did that shit in the lake, but maybe no. Officer names Denise, Special Agent Remy. Charges Code 4, kidnapping of altered individuals, 1 count. Code 8, sanctions against altered organisations, 1 count. Code 37, obstruction of Bureau investigation, 1 count. Code 74, breaching the Ash Act, 6 counts. Additional notes, offenders' property seized as evidence to be used in conjunction with an ongoing AWE investigation. Sorry, in case you don't know that, an AWE is an altered world event. Wait, is that right? Isn't it an altered world event? I may be misremembering that. I said it with such confidence at first. Somebody will know. After being cleared by Bureau researchers, all victims have been... I didn't even read that, but all victims released. Biannual surveillance orders were assigned to each except the Anderson brothers due to their senility, and Wake, possibly deceased. Only 1 kidnapping as well, when Alan, Odin and Tor are all altered. Aye. Because Odin and Tor, they were drinking the water for Cauldron Lake and their moonshine.
The resonance carves its way through the thing that had been Hartman, vibrating, remolding. The sound changes the darkness, and the darkness changes the sound. They both changed what remained of Hartman. They all turned into something else.
Hartman's fucked.
A third thing. The sound made darker. The darkness made louder. Hartman was stretched. Stretched as anyone when seen from out of time, like a worm through time. Almost an Ouroboros, a spiral, a maelstrom. The gravity well of a black hole, twisting inward, tightening, taking you deeper and deeper to the bottom, the heart, and through to the other side. The third thing said, when you hear this, you will know you're a new you. He said, we build you till nothing remains. He said, under the conceptual reality, behind this reality, you must want these ways to drag you away. He said, baby, 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 yeah, orange peel. The third thing was a monster. He'd tear apart any ordinary person crossing his path. Now he crashed out of darkness toward Faden. There was nothing ordinary about Faden.
Examination of paranatural entities, the Shadow. Paranatural entity A10, aka the Shadow, is an aggressive, consisting of 3 known types. Type A, localized manifestations of sentient, capable of occupying organic and inorganic material as well as exerting control over its surroundings. Type B, shaded individuals, human bodies possessed by the Shadow. These individuals become notably more aggressive but do seem to retain memories of their previous selves. Research is ongoing as to whether this condition is reversible. So this is the people for, the town in Alan Wake. Type C, shaded objects, similar to Type B, except that inanimate objects are used solely, created, changed solely to be used destructive tools. Each type seems to work towards a shared goal, possibly targeting certain individuals, see AWE 35, which may imply a shared link to a summon intelligence. A shared link to a higher, greater intelligence. The threat the entity poses warrants immediate exploration of offensive defensive measures. The investigation sector has been outfitted with additional lighting sources, some internally powered, to prepare for the eventuality of a outbreak. Dr. Hartman's notes on the darkness.
My understanding of the darkness is fragmented, incomplete. This abyss, this void, it very much does not wish to be understood. If light symbolizes knowledge, then it stands to reason that darkness would equate to ignorance. By its very nature, it abhors comprehension. Of course, my own nature drives me to comprehend all. We are opposing forces, destined to collide. And given this conflict of natures, we know that the light of truth will burn away the darkness, both figuratively and literally. Any significant light source can be used as protection, even weaponry against this metaphysical gloom. And then there are the artists. I know for a fact that Tom, Wake, the Anderson brothers, and Lane all had some involvement with the darkness. The question is whether their uncanny ability to affect reality through their art beckons the darkness, or did their work perhaps even create it? With Wake now secure in my lodge, I expect I shall grow closer to learning the answers to these questions. Assuming he cooperates, which is proving quite the challenge. Well, perseverance is the foundation of knowledge. Speaking of, I must be off on my rounds.
So I don't think that it was that they created, because it made a point of saying to Alan, I am older than you, implying it's, you know, an ancient type of thing that's always existed in the background. The other thing as well was the hiss. If you don't know about Control, the hiss is the thing that's fucking up the FBC in Control. So it's like a resonance, like a sound that's travelling, and it's infecting everything essentially. And I saw people saying that they feel as if the hiss is right enough, it could be saying that to threaten, like, I eat bigger dinners than you, Alan. There's nothing you can do about this. I remember there being chat about the how the hiss almost feels like another type of thing, like the darkness. Because there's been patter for a wee while about how the Alan and Jesse Faden, you could imagine that they don't actually exist in the same realities, but you know the, would you call that style of prison where there's like a central bit so everybody can be seen at once, you know, when it's the intimidation thing? The idea that like Alan is the centre thing and he can kind of peek into everything that he's created essentially, but like willed and aided and helped, that he's almost kind of technically is outside it all right now, but the idea that the hiss is almost like a complementary version of the darkness that he faced, like he might have invented the hiss to, I don't know, I'm just a very stupid man trying to piece some shit together that probably doesn't have a definite answer. Official findings report, re Dr. Emil Hartman. Dr. Emil Hartman is an academic psychotherapist that owned and operated a recovery centre in Bright Falls, Washington, focused on the treatment of artists struggling with creative blocks and other mental disorders. Publicly, Dr. Hartman's treatment centre seemed unremarkable in its methods and purpose. Privately, however, Dr. Hartman was abusing his patients in order to utilise any latent paranatural abilities they may possess with the aim of shaping to his own benefit, which earned him a Class 2 para-criminal designation. Note, for more on the link between artists and their ability to alter reality through artistic mediums, see file. Investigation has proven that Dr. Hartman's illegal endeavours were conducted alone. After being approached by the Bureau during the Bright Falls investigation, he displayed no remorse or intention to cease his actions. Dr. Hartman was taken into custody, evaluated and released months later, having been deemed a negligible threat. His medical licence has been permanently revoked. That's you getting a wee glimpse of Hartman through an elevator when the power gets cut. So, when it meant he was being stretched and stuff, it also meant it literally, and no just like that reality was fucking with him. Note that, oh, here we go, right. This is the screenplay was found after the Bureau acquired the Night Springs television series. So, there's another one for you. The FBC owns the Night Springs TV series. And I like to imagine it owns it, so it's like able to make strange things people have encountered seem ridiculous through the episodes. You like, you know, writing an episode about something somebody claimed happened, and it's like you can see it's dubbed badly and it's a good wee conspiracy shit. After the Bureau acquired the Night Springs television series and all its past episode scripts, it appears to be written by Alan Wake as part of an application to become one of the show's writers. So Night Springs spec script episode Over the Threshold Darkly by Alan Wake, host VO. It is only human nature to wish to control the forces around us, and even more so to possess them. But what happens when those forces are not ours to claim, or even of this world? What if they are things you can discover in Night Springs? Interior Secret Lab Night. We are in a secret lab. The large sign on the wall reads, The Federal Bureau of Night Springs. Scientist, I told you several times, Director, it isn't ready. Director, it's ready when I say it's ready, Doctor. But the being beyond the portal, we have no control over it. The robust Director shoves the nerd-like scientist aside and heads for the portal control panel. He slams the on button with a determined fist. All the more reason. The entire screen is filled with dangerous red. Then it fades away and we see that the two men are in another dimension. The air ripples around them as if they were a 1983 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am sitting in the Texas sun after a 5-day road trip. Interior unknown dimension night. What have you done? You've doomed us. Control yourself, Doctor. Where's this beast of yours? Right there, sir. A horrible, shapeless, shifting entity fills the horizon. It can't be described. That's how horrible it is. What a thing of beauty you've been keeping from me. I like how this is like early Alan before he got better at writing. The Director steps closer to the horrible entity. He reaches out with a steady hand. You are mine now, creature. I will return you to my facility and control your power. Sir, we don't know. The entity instead rushes forward and engulfs the Director. He screams in pain as the scientist looks on and does nothing, like the coward that he is. Entity, subtitled. I am not the one being examined. I am not the one locked inside a prison. Gradually, the Director emerges from the entity. His once sparkling eyes are now empty and dull. The scientist rushes to him. Sir, we have to escape. We cannot. They are in control now. I got what I wanted. The scientist turns from what used to be his Director, now transformed into a stranger, an alien that only resembles the Director in form. He drops his all-important clipboard as he stumbles towards the closing portal, but the horrible entity is already rushing through it in a flow of insanity and chaos. The scientist becomes caught in it, and the entity devours him, screaming as it enters our world. The Director lifts his pistol to his head. His hand is steady, sure in its finality. Or so I thought. Camera fades to black. A gunshot is heard. And so, our hunger for control, our obsession for domination and power, the hubris at play in this children's puppet show we're starring in can only lead to our fall from control. To submit to those who really hold the strings and control us in Night Springs. So, much of this actually happens in Control. Like, there's, if you don't know, in Control there's the Director, right, who runs the show, but then there's the board. The board are unknowable. The board are only represented by an inverted pyramid in a kind of empty dimension, but the Director can talk to them. They call him on the phone. And the hiss gets to him and he shoots himself in his office. So the fact that Alan wrote this years ago feels like it supports the idea that he was making stuff happen to the FBC and steering it a bit. You know what I mean? Plus the nerdy scientist is obviously meant to be like Casper Darling. You know, there's enough of that going on that again kind of feels like it's coming back to Alan being the man in charge, so to speak. Here we go.
Langston, it's me, Jesse.
I know. I can see you on the monitors. The cameras in there haven't worked since we sealed that sector off a couple years back.
Let me guess. You sealed it because of the monster guy.
Wait, did you see Dr. Hartman? Jesus, I really wish you hadn't opened that fire break. Okay, listen, you need to find Hartman and kill him before he gets out into the Bureau.
That thing is a person?
He was a person. We brought him here to study after he was, altered in an AWE. I forget the medical word for what happened, but now light physically hurts him. Do you have a flashlight?
No.
A lantern? Headlamp? Oh yeah, flare gun. Oh, Christmas lights. You could wrap them around your...
I don't have
Wee Barry
any
reference.
of those, Langston.
Shit. Okay, well, I'm sure you'll think of something.
Nice wee Barry reference, you know. Examination of paranatural entities, Dr. Emil Hartman, shaded. Dr. Hartman is the first Type 2 shaded individual to be examined alive by the Bureau and has proven a valuable asset for our understanding of A10, aka the Shadow. Like all shaded individuals, the specimen is constantly shielded by or produces a barrier of darkness that makes visual observation difficult. This barrier also protects the specimen from harm, so it's the thing that you break down with your flashlight, you know, they're all a bit misty. During testing, non-lethal ballistics proved ineffective against it. The specimen uses words and phrases that seem to originate from its previous life as a therapist. Some phrases have even been identified as quotes from Dr. Hartman's book, The Creator's Dilemma. This seems to indicate the host personality remains intact to some degree. For research purposes, Shaded Hartman was relocated to the Cauldron Lake Lodge replica built for the Bright Falls AWE investigation. Researchers hope a familiar setting may trigger new behaviour. This experiment has yielded no results thus far. Entity Capture Report. Shaded Specimen, formerly Dr. Emil Hartman. An alert from the Bright Falls, Washington monitoring station indicated minor AWE activity occurring in the area. Agent Estevez was dispatched to investigate inside the Cauldron Lake Lodge. No. Whatever Hartman's lodge was called. She discovered the facility's former owner, Dr. Emil Hartman. He had been converted into a shaded individual, per definitions found in file, and displayed violent behaviour characteristic of its type. Agent Estevez alerted the on-site research team to the specimen's presence, and with some difficulty, it was successfully contained in a black rock cell. Black rock's a material in control that can contain paranatural things. It's mined fairly deep underground, where the actual underground doesn't have a ceiling the way it should. It almost looks like empty space. It's strange. The cell and its inhabitant were transported safely back to HQ, where the specimen remains detained in the investigation sector as part of the Bright Falls AWE investigation. Once the investigation is closed, research teams have petitioned to relocate the specimen to their sector for study.
I've written and rewritten, deconstructed, reconstructed, experimented with different voices, changed the style, changed myself, forgotten the language, relearned the language. Have I been here before? Gone down this path before? The darkness wants to hide the past to make me lose my way. You must know where you've been to know where you're going. I trust what I read on these pages. I wrote them for a reason. My notes to myself. The only way to make progress, recap, then write more. The style then. Lose the fat. Make it clear. Ugly. Functional. Present. Be blunt. Only the brutal truth. Cut through the reality, tear it apart, rewrite it. Be clever. Make them do the work. Form the image in their minds. They make it, you just imply. Incept. They're drawn to the mystery. Obsessed. You set it up. They put it together. Their interpretation. And there's only one because you give them no choice. And they believe in it. Because it's theirs now.
There's a few wee bits of that there. You know. Sounding a certain way.
Thank you for meeting with us again, Dr. Hartman.
It's my pleasure, gentlemen. I hope the information I provided thus far has been of some small use.
It's been invaluable, Doctor. Really, we have a much clearer picture of this event, thanks to your accounts.
Well, I do consider myself a keen observer of...
We did have one question, though. You mentioned in an earlier conversation that your patients displayed, and I'm paraphrasing here, unnatural abilities that you in fact encouraged during their time in your lodge. It'd be very helpful if you could fill us in on the details there.
Of course. Like yourselves, I work to understand and even bend the rules of our earthly paradigm. My patience.
He's admitting to serious crimes right now.
Of course, but I would hardly be a man of science if I did not reach out at the underlying truth.
Aye, this is the Control
As
DLC.
I stated in my written proposal, I believe working alongside your organization could be greatly beneficial to both parties. Sharing notes, as they say.
Thank you, Doctor.
Such a shit-eating sound to his voice.
Remy?
Dr. Emil Hartman, you have been found in breach of codes 4, 8, and 74 of the Federal Bureau of Control Criminal Offense System.
What? You can't do this. I am a well-connected man. You're making a dire mistake, my friend.
You will be detained until further notice and all personal property will be confiscated, including the Cauldron Lake Lodge.
That's preposterous. You can't just seize my property. I'm a United States citizen. I have rights. That lodge is my life's work. I'm offering you years of research.
Get him out of here.
You're making a mistake. You have to listen to me. You have to listen.
Eat shit, Hartman.
I've forgotten again. I had a plan. I know it.
These ones are quite loud.
I've forgotten. He's coming. I've got to get out of here. Dive deep.
That's Mr. Scratch screaming.
Whatever is going on with Wake, he clearly needs some help.
Definitely. Oh, straight
The
into
story
another.
needed many beginnings, many springs, streams that turned into a river, a flood, and then an ocean.
An ocean.
This was one. Wake used the materials he had, the connections he had, the people, the places. Wake put them in to make it true. His wife, the psychiatrist, his city. These connections, like magnets, move things. Alice was a conduit. She'd been in the dark place. The thing that had been Hartman sensed her near, sensed Wake through her. Went berserk, broke loose.
That's when she showed up for the interview.
Wake made sure Alice was already gone by then.
There. Made sure she was gone. Look, he's in his place writing. Influenced her to even go in and talk to these people.
Safe. The more springs, the more the story became real. The more people believed. Cause and effect. It was extremely delicate and hard work. It had to go through the path of least resistance where success was most likely. Where there was a connection already. Wake felt the pressure grow in his head. Going mad. Wake had to escape. Right. His escape. He was already out. He wanted to make it true. Wake needed a hero. A hero needed a crisis. For the part in the story about the government
Jesse
agency,
Faden, The Hiss,
something special, something to
FBC.
convey alien force mimicking human intelligence. Something that can't be translated. Translated. Wake channeled Burroughs and Bowie. He cut up sentences and words. Orange peel. You are home. Insane. He put them in a shoebox. He pulled out...
Ah, I missed the shoebox part there. A bit like the way Zane kept the stuff in the shoebox. I missed that. Sorry, I never thought of that either, Cthulhu. You're just saying the hero could be Alex Casey. Never thought of that.
The words. Wake created a Dadaist poem. He'd try anything once. Or had he tried this before?
Subject Alice Wake. After reaching out to the Bureau, Alice Wake was brought into the oldest house is the name for the Bureau, for an interview on 2017. See file for the full transcript. The interview conducted by agents Shah and Dempsey revealed that Mrs. Wake has had recurring nightly visitations from her missing ex-husband in her New York apartment. Mr. Wake appears out of nowhere and rushes at her down the corridor. According to her impression, he appears crazy and horrifying, clearly coming at her with violent intent. Mrs. Wake believes that he is haunting her, insisting he is not Alan but a fucking monster in his body. Mrs. Wake has not been sleeping out of fear of these visits. Her attempts to keep the lights on through the night result in the relevant hallway's light bulb breaking every night, possibly indicating involvement of the paranatural. Further investigation required. We propose installing monitoring equipment in the apartment. Copies of supply request form L5014 have been sent to Mr. Kirkland and administration for approval. An unconfirmed threshold manifestation occurred at Cauldron Lake, Washington. The citizens of Bright Falls had gathered in the town's southwestern fields for the annual festival known as Deerfest. Eyewitnesses all claimed that the day had been sunny, confirmed by reviews of the area's weather reports, but then with no warning, a thunderstorm appeared in the direction of the Anderson farm and a tornado rose from Cauldron Lake. The torrential rain that followed caused a flash flood. It was as if the day had turned to night. Testimony from Frank Breaker, the sheriff of Bright Falls, formerly a bureau agent, I forgot about that. See employee file, managed to guide the crowd to safety as the festival grounds were destroyed by the flood. The festival was cancelled, ending one day early. So you don't remember, Frank Breaker was Sarah, the sheriff's dad. See, they called him the sheriff of Bright Falls there, but she was the sheriff, was she no? Lack of official bureau presence on the scene makes this event difficult to report as a confirmed AWE, though the similarity to other known events in the Bright Falls area lend credence to the accounts of the townspeople. That's what Hartman looks like. So you can even see he's still got the cardigan on, see it on his shoulder, but it's all ripped and stretched out. That's what Hartman looks like. That's what he fucking deserves. And you kill him with light and stuff.
Hartman won't be a problem anymore, Langston. But investigations need someone to run it.
Right,
Interested?
check this.
I've seen what happens to sector heads, ma'am. No, thank you. Ma'am, I'm getting something on my terminal here, an AWE alert from Bright Falls, Washington. But it might be a glitch. The date's all wrong, a couple of years in the future. And we're in lockdown, there shouldn't be any incoming signals.
Maybe it was active before we went into lockdown? Are there agents on site?
Let me check. Agent Estevez is the field agent in charge of monitoring the site, so she should be there to let us know if the situation has been through any major changes recently.
Things set in motion. If the alarm's true, then so is the reason for the alarm. The effect must follow the cause. It's happening again. A return. You have been warned.
So that's the Alan Wake 2's on the way. I don't remember when this DLC came out. It must have been 2021 then. If the pattern was 2 years in the future. What else we got? Here we go. A photograph of Alan Wake captured by Alice Wake during an event in her home. Alice Wake, former wife of Alan Wake, they just mean former because they count him as dead, has recently been visited at night by her ex-husband? I missed that. Or entity resembling him, see file for more. Being a professional photographer, Mrs. Wake positioned cameras with motion sensors. But ex-husband, they would say late husband. You know what I mean? I don't know. Motion sensors around the corridor. He appears in and manages to capture an image of Mr. Wake on film. Additional information. During an interview with Mrs. Wake, she mentioned that her favourite camera, model, was lost in 2010 during AWE 35. No match has been found among the confiscated evidence from AWE 35. It has been filed as a potential altered item, and research staff stationed at Bright Falls are being contacted to check if they have any knowledge of such an item. That's the photo she took. That running down the hall at her in the middle of the night. And then you find this in the control place, so they've got the wee map of Bright Falls. And then you find the cork boards, and there you've got the Cauldron Lake Lodge, and there's the sundial and all that. There's the main street, sheriff station, the diner. You've got aerial stuff, the port, and I think that's everything. Aye, that's all the stuff. So I wanted to gather all that while, because I thought if I'm replaying through it myself, I'll gather all of this so I can at least show people, and it can no influence, which just encourage more chat about this shit, because I do find it interesting, and I really like it. I really like it. It's a good world they've made. Is AWE 35 American Nightmare? I never considered that, Cthulhu. We're probably going to have more to talk about once I get to the American Nightmare as well. Wait, was AWE 35 no the... I thought AWE 35 was when the... Oh no, it was AWE 10, that one with the flood. Right, so hold on, that must have been well in the past, that one. When Frank Breaker was still the sheriff, that's why, right, aye. Because if that's AWE 10, and the one referencing Alice's AWE 35, aye, so that was a while ago then. Alright, that makes sense. That makes sense. Hold on, I'm just looking at it again. Aye, thunderstorm appeared in the direction of the Anderson farm and a tornado rose from Cauldron Lake. Could 10 be Zane then? Oh, like maybe that was him writing himself out. Is that the big shockwave for you writing yourself out of reality? Because there's got to be a bit of give and take, equal exchange type thing. I never thought of that. There's still loads of stuff to look at, by the way, but I don't know if we'll be able to do it on stream. There's what's the name of this again? There's I've had this page open on my phone, just reading a bit of it every day because it's long. It's pardon me. It's, where is it? So I think I spoke about it before. There was an ARG called This House of Dreams. What originally appeared to be an ARG for a future Alan Wake game. It is in a blog spot owned by a woman named Samantha. As she rebuilds an old house she bought, throughout rebuilding it, she uncovers secret poems, photos, and has strange dreams. You can visit the blog here, and then they've got like a big, would you say, an archive of each post and photos associated with it. So I might grab stuff and do it so it's like this. I just don't know how long that'll take to go through it all. It's like, because this is me scrolling down through it's long, I think. Mind you, there's a million ads on, because it's a Wikia site, so maybe it's all the ads buffing it out. I'll see, because it would be cool to maybe look through all that once with the American Nightmare. Let me check one more thing. I think there might have been another thing to look at. Maybe no. I thought I had something saved. Something else. Oh, aye, we can watch this. It's a wee 3-minute thing. It's remember when I scanned one of those QR codes that I found in when we were playing through the remaster, and it come up the video that was in the same style as those ones for Control just there, where he's at the typewriter. I thought it was just showing us some of them, but it's no. It was ones that were just in the remaster, so we can have a wee look at them now. It's only 3 minutes. See if the volume's alright for this.
I was trapped here. Had been for what felt like years. Outside reality. What we count as real.
The subtitles.
I wrote to find a way out. I wrote to master this place. To learn its secrets. Use that knowledge to rewrite my reality. Once upon a time, I had written hard-boiled crime books set in New York City. Till I was sick of it. The Alex Casey books. A detective solving cases of murder, corruption and madness in the Dark City. This place tapped into my unconscious mind, drew from there, twisting what it stole into a nightmare that took shape around me. A mystery. A detective story. I needed a detective to guide me. Echoes of Casey haunted me.
Just want to point out 2 wee things. One, music now, and if you notice, there's like a wee bit of colour where it was just black and white before. There's almost a slight sepia on the edge of the image. Don't know if that means that he's getting a bit closer.
The dark place was an endless
what?
waking dream. I saw visions carried by the ebb and flow of different dream states. They seeped in from the reality beyond. Things I had a connection to, but also things I couldn't possibly know. I used them in my writing to make it real, so that the parts that weren't would become so. And there were visions that I knew were not real. Ideas I had lost, often of Casey. I had written about him for years. I used them as well. The lies had to feel true for them to become true. Had I always written this way? Even before? Seen things without realizing I was seeing them? Thinking they were mine? Was this what inspiration was for me? A beginning. A primordial forest. The colors of the fall. The mist. A caldera lake. Silence echoes. Loud. It's too late to hear the words. The man, naked, crawls to the shore. Like a birth? To say that would be a lie. Nothing like a birth. The opposite. He staggers to his feet. A carcass of a deer lies on the shore, rotting, amidst driftwood. The man is afraid, beside himself. Who is he? He doesn't himself know. Dark waves have washed it away. A blank page where this horror story will be written. He remembers darkness, feels the shadow pressing down on him, coming after him. He must get away. He runs to the forest, to a fate worse than death.
Oh, shit, I think that was the last one. Aye. Just that last one, listening to it again. I wonder if that's him writing himself out. Like, for the trailer, of 2 and the bits we saw. There's a lot of deer imagery, a lot of forest, wood stuff, and it felt as if Alan, the wee bits you saw of him, he looked like scared to be, just to be, I don't know. Is it like writing himself out, but no getting out of the dark place? Like he's... Maybe it isn't he? Or maybe that was him... Maybe that was him bringing Casey out? He gets out, but has to erase himself. Alan Wake can't escape, but some guy can. I see what you mean, aye. Some guy that looks like him. Like that Thomas Zane for the Control DLC. Fuck, man. There's so much going on. There's so much going on. Holy shit. It's 10 o'clock. I think it was 10 past 9 when I said I would just look at a couple of things. It won't only take long. I think we've got much more to discuss on this, but I just want to say I really enjoy this current bit of Alan Wake, bit of chat, look at this other stuff. What do we think? Very much enjoying it. So I will get to the DLC when possible. And I'm on to do American Nightmare. And then it's just waiting. Then it's just waiting for Alan Wake 2. When is it again? Is it September? Or October? I can't remember when it is. I don't know if I wrote it on the calendar. When was it? Is it not a Halloween-y type game? October 17th. Some games stick in my head when I go, that's a Halloween-y game. And I hate myself, but I'm going to have to buy it and stream it. Even though it's digital only, I've got to. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold off to the day before it comes out, just in case they take THQ. Wait, was it it THQ Nordic? I think it was. Sure, they were tweeting it. I'm like, hey, if you want, we sorted the. I think they did the physical for Alan Wake Remastered. So they were just kind of like, if you want to do this again, hit us up. But I'm going to have to just bite the bullet, aren't I? I'm weak, man, but I've got myself too hyped doing this. Got myself far too hyped again. Wait, was it? I can't remember. Was it THQ Nordic? Maybe it wasn't. Maybe I've made that up. It was somebody. But aye, that's all the stuff. I've still got 2 more things that we need to look at, but I think we can look at the MFDR American Nightmare. And what I'll probably try and do is sometime this week. Oh man, it's a shame that I've got 2 weeks off in the middle of July. But it's a shame I'm not off the now, because I'd have plenty of time to sort it all out. But I mean the what do you call it? This House of Dreams stuff. I'll see about getting that done up as images. We can have a wee look through and a chat about. I'll see. No promises. Well, that was Alan Wake. Kinda. Still DLC, obviously, but that was the main game. Still good fun. Still really into it. I still pick up what it's putting down. 10 o'clock, fucking hell. I'm just going to go straight to bed. I'm going to brush my teeth and go straight to my kip. What day is this? Wednesday? Aye, Thursday tomorrow. Oh well. Can't all be winners. Thank you for joining me. You take care of yourselves, brush and floss your teeth, wash your arse, and try and be the best person you can be in your day-to-day life. And I'll see you next time. Good night.